When we get into an alley, it is not that I won because of you, you won because of me.
Compared to Stalin, but we feel Udhayanidhi is being offered everything on a platter.
He had the patience to accept from his guru. When the guru gave it, he took it. This guru has given it earlier. You can call it that way. Talangar kitta vanda test pass agiradhu avla easy illamma.
So the question paper to Udhayanidhi is much simpler. Hello Federal viewers, welcome to a special interview with DMK MP Ms. Kanimozhi Somu. Ma'am, can you tell me what this means for your party that Senthil Balaji was in the prison? What does this mean to your party? Will he be inducted into the cabinet again?
Yeah, it's almost been 471 days to be very precise, and today it's a very happy news to see our Minister Senthil Balaji to have been released in bail with a very minimum conditions of signing on Mondays and Fridays and not to travel abroad. And the other good news is he can also be inducted into the cabinet. Nothing prevents him from becoming a minister again. It is purely political. The only vendetta which was against Senthil Balaji not being released is the parliamentary elections which we had recently faced, because one, Mr. Senthil Balaji was a very, very strong comrade of the Kongu side. He had the whole Kongu belt under his control. Whether he was in whichever party, the previous party he was in DMK or in our party right now. He is a very strong comrade over there, and he has all the people under him, all the subordinates under him, under his control to work for him, for the party whichever he is. That's how he has been structured. So he being in DMK, BJP really, I think they had been freaked out or scared about it, of he being there, so that if he has been inside the bars, they thought BJP could do better faring over there in the Kongu belt. But to the disappointment, I think it was a total washout. We have won all the constituencies of the parliament of the Kongu belt with the landslide victory with a good margin. I think that really answers whoever is there, the party, the structure, the ideologies, the Dravidian model holds up so good, so that we are able to capture those constituencies.
There's a big speculation, and even DMK leader Stalin also dropped a hint about elevation of Udhayanidhi Stalin as Deputy Chief Minister.
I think from any time we are all also along with you expecting the great news any moment. It would be announced by our Chief Minister and our leader, Mr. MK Stalin. Definitely it's a big boost to our youths of the party. It's not only that, we also need a leader for tomorrow. I think he is young, with young blood, with good ideologies. Why, you can say, you can ask me, why do you call him? What has he done? He entered into, he was in cinema and he's been there in the party since his childhood, but into active politics when he got into the youth wing secretary. From that time, he's been toiling for the party. He has seen 2 victories. He has given 2 victories for the party, landslide victories, the 2019 parliamentary elections, then followed by the 2021 legislative assembly elections, and the 2024 are again our next parliamentary, where he has toiled for all the 3 elections, and in between we had a local body elections too, which I should not forget. He has given victories and he has been campaigning and doing work for all these things. Not only that, after becoming the youth wing secretary, he has taken up teaching the youth for the people. He has started the Dravida Palli.
But do you think there are no other youths in your party who can match up to his stature?
It's never like that, ma'am. We need a youth with a face value, the charisma. That is also very important for us to take forward. I think our youth wing secretary, Minister for State, Mr. Udhayanidhi Stalin, has the charisma and the capability and the knowledge and the fresh young blood to take us forward.
Karunanidhi was the DMK leader and the chief minister. Stalin was he was looked like a prince in waiting for so many years. Compared to Stalin, but we feel Udhayanidhi is being offered everything on a platter.
I wouldn't call it that way. the time at when Muttamaringa, Dr. Kalingar existed, he is a sandwich between the previous generation and our Stalin sir's generation. He is a intersection, you call it, no? In mathematics we have that intersection. He is a personality like that, where he was bridging between that generation.
For Stalin, he was like a prince in waiting for so many years. But for Udhayanidhi, it's an easy journey
I
now.
wouldn't call it that he was a prince waiting. He had the patience to accept from his guru. When the guru gave it, he took it. Yeah. This guru has given it earlier. You can call it that way. That's how I look at it. Kalingar took some time. Kalingar kitta vanda test pass agirada avla easy illamma. Testing, he really tests a litmus paper the right way. I wouldn't say our chief minister is not doing that, but
so the question paper to Udhayanidhi is much simpler.
It's not simpler. This end, I would say, and my perspective, how I would look, no, I could see more of Kalingar's characters in Udhayanidhi sir. To be very honest. It's not that he's our current chief minister is nothing inferior. He's a workaholic, okay? You give him any work, he will not sleep until he's finished it. We need second line leaders definitely to take forward with all these coming and mushroomings of so much of fascists here and there. I think more number of people have to be there. That's the reason we are bringing him in faster, earlier, for us to take care of all the mushrooming in Tamil Nadu.
Adhav Arjuna, the Deputy General Secretary, he has been coming up with the same argument that DMK would not have won in the northern part of Tamil Nadu without the support of VCK. How true is this?
Madam, when we get into an alley, it is not that I won because of you, you won because of me. It is not that. We are all standing in one line and we are having a war against people who are bringing up fascism. Okay, we stand together against fascism. In that ideology, we are working for the people, oppressed people, for the downtrodden. We are all together. Okay, in that connection, we all stand in a line. Every party has its own constitution, own bylaws, own ideologies. We cannot get into that. Correct? See, tomorrow from somewhere, some other party, some person can say, yes, it's because of us. I think that party will take a control of that. I think we should not go into all those things. As a party and as ideologically, we all stand together to work for the social reforms of Tamil Nadu, and we are all doing good in that, in the state assembly as well as in the parliament. We are all raising our voices correctly in the need of the hour. Even now, we all stand together against this one India, one election.
So, how do you look at the VCK's invitation to ADMK for the Prohibition Conference?
Ma'am, prohibition is something which is required in Tamil Nadu. When VCK is conducting such kind of demonstration, they should invite all the political parties, irrespective of what is your allies. That time, ally doesn't speak. All political parties, whoever comes in for it, are supporting the ideologies. That's how you have to look into it. Now, for example, we invited Shri Rajnath Singh for the coin release function. They belong to BJP and we are against their ideologies. It doesn't mean it that way. That is different. Politics is different. On a stage, if they had participated, well and good. They also show their
agony against. Comfortable with VCK's inviting ADMK for the
that's what I told
conference.
you. No, it is VCK's ideologies, and they have the right to choose whom they have to call and whom they are not going to call.
Can you tell us what makes your party to be relevant for almost this 75 years? What were the structures that helped the party to grow, thrive, and be relevant for 75 years?
I think first we are all very happy for our 75th celebration of our party and the flag and our leader who has constituted this party. See, one thing, how it all got started, okay? Always DMK is niche of the Justice Party which existed. It stands on their ideologies. It stands for the downtrodden people. It stands for the under-depressed people. It stands for the social reforms. It stands for gender equity. It stands for equality among all. So you have a party which is constructed on all these pillars, and this is what takes us to this long way. I think I remember vaguely when I was a school student. At that time, T.N. Session was the election commission officer. I have heard and read in newspapers at that point of time. Every party needs to go and submit their bylaws and their symbols, all the paperworks which need to run the party. Once in 3 years or once in 4 years, we need to do that with the Election Commission of India. At that time, Mr. T.N. Session was the officer there. He was really zapped to see the bylaws of DMK, which was created by Aringar Anna Muttamalinga, Dr. Kalaignar. He really quoted and said, this, I think it came out in Hindu. I don't remember the year because it was in schooling in my childhood, but I have a very green memory of it. He said, I have never seen a regional party with this number of bylaws and constitutions which is existing. No other regional party in India has this. This is the way DMK has grown up. Not only that, our youths, we are also surrounded with a lot of youths with the young, fresh ideology. All these are spearheaded by our Dravidian model government, which has been running for decades together. I think Tamil Nadu is deep rooted with the Dravidian modern ideologies, not only in the government running, even in the deep people minds. That's the reason we are not able to take up the BJP ideologies, which is currently getting leashed by the people.